Jarvis Reed, the director of the Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Academy. The ceremony you are about to see includes distinguished military traditions. Please join us in respecting the colors, our nation, state, and academy flags by remaining silent and placing your right hand over your heart during the posting and retiring of the colors. Unlike other graduations you may have attended, this is a military ceremony and the cadets will perform precise movements on stage throughout the course of the ceremony. Please do not call out, shout out, or interrupt the proceedings, as this may cause the cadets to miss a command. If you brought horns or other sound-making devices, please do not use them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the 37th class of the Fort Gordon campus. Please stand and welcome our graduates as they enter.
Forward, march, your left, your left, your left, your left, 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 left, your left, left, your left, left, your left, your left, your left, 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 left, go 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 left.
During the posting of the colors, Cadet Savion Miller will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Cadets Calvin Stubbs, Malik Cleveland, and Cameron Gray will sing the national anthem, and Cadet Clint Bright will give the invocation.
Good morning. Please place your right hand over your heart and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for watching over us all of our lives, especially since we began this journey 22 weeks ago. Because you carried us, you have made it to the end, This graduation is the beginning of the next chapter in our lives. Please help us to continue to move forward. Please watch over our families, the cadre, and staff, and us. Keep us safe, keep us strong, keep us in good standing with you. Please bless us today and all participants. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Cadets, take seats. All others, please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Command Sergeant Major Roy Marcher, Georgia Army National Guard Senior Enlisted Advisor, who will welcome our special guest. Let's please give him a loud and thunderous round of applause.
Thank you, Mrs. Reed. Before we get started, I just want to commend each and every one of our graduates today. On behalf of every soldier and airman in the Georgia National Guard, we are so very proud of you. Thank you for all you've done. At this time, I would like to welcome our special guests, starting with those seated on stage from my right, your left. First of all, our guest speaker, Mr. Unique McKee, author, motivational speaker, and lead pastor of Chosen Augusta. Master Sergeant Tina Boone, the SART for the 35th Signal Brigade. Brigadier General, U.S. Army retired, Thomas McCulloch, Ms. Mary Lou Austin, and Mr. Wendell McNeil, the National Guard Youth Challenge Academy Scholarship Program Foundation representatives. Ms. Melissa Griffin, the Regional Director of Special Programs, Foothills Education Chartered High School, and Mr. Scott McClintock, Assistant Superintendent, Area 3, Richmond County School System. Some of the special guests in our audience this morning, they are as follows. Brigadier General Thomas F. Grabowski, Assistant to the Adjutant General of the Georgia Air National Guard. Brigadier General Christopher L. Eubank, the Signal School Commandant, Chief of Signal, Fort Gordon, Georgia. Command Sergeant Major Carlos M. Simmons, the Command Sergeant Major of the U.S. Army Cyber Center of Excellence at Fort Gordon, Georgia. Brinsley T. Thigpen, District Director, Office of Congressman Rick Allen, Georgia's 12th Congressional District. Lieutenant Colonel William Bailey, Director of the Milledgeville Youth Challenge Academy. Mr. David Bill, Director of Recruiting and Outreach, Georgia Youth Challenge Program. Lieutenant Barry Scott, Operations Officer, Mrs. Kiana Wallace, Teacher Assistant, and select cadets, all representing the Fort Stewart Youth Challenge Academy. Mr. Roosevelt Culver, President, Screven County Branch, NAACP, Earl Culver, Elion Culver, and Reverend Yuli Robbins. Mr. Connor Little Jr. and Mrs. Sandra Little, Children's Boutique Manager, representing Concerned Women Incorporated. The Gillis family, founders of the Tyler Gillis Memorial Scholarship. Reverend James Allen and Mrs. Gloria Allen, and the Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Ministry Team. Robert Ingham, Ingham's Income Tax and Financial Services. Thank you.
I would like to take this time to acknowledge the Georgia State Defense Force for providing security. Thank you, Colonel Chavis. To the non-commissioned officers of the Cyber Center of Excellence Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, thank you for the support that your volunteers provide with special events on campus and serving as tutors. To our mentors, a large part of our program is attributed to all you do. Parents, guardians, grandparents, and other family members that provide support to the program from the beginning and throughout the last 22 weeks, thank you, because we could not have done it without you. Lastly, I want to thank what I consider to be directors, VIPs, very important people. That's a deserving cadre and staff that have spent countless hours, to include early mornings, late nights, and weekends dedicated to mentoring your cadet. Thank you is never enough. To my Deputy Director, Mrs. Lisa Burkhead, my Commandant, Major Dwight Williams, thank you for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please rise and give the staff and cadre of the Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Academy a round of applause. They definitely deserve it. Please be seated. Community involvement is a required component for graduation from Youth Challenge Academy. Each cadet is required to complete a minimum of 40 hours of community involvement. This class performed over 10,000 hours of community service thanks to the partnerships established with Golden Harvest Food Bank, East Central Regional Hospital, Concerned Women Incorporated, and Augusta Urban Ministries. This equates to over $73,000 in savings from labor and service costs to Georgia communities. Will all cadets who participated in service to the community please stand? Please be seated.
Volunteers. Volunteers are the glue that ensures our organization operates effectively. In a time of fiscal constraint, several wonderful individuals and groups volunteered their time and resources to make a difference in the lives of our cadets. As our volunteers are too numerous to name, I ask that everyone who has volunteered their time and resources to this class, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Volunteer of the Cycle. Our volunteers bring so much to this program: skills, inspiration, leadership, experience, and most importantly, time. A precious commodity we can never get back. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize a very special group of volunteers. This group selflessly spent over 300 volunteer hours planning and conducting great events and training, such as team building, resiliency training, vision boards, and career panel, just a few to mention. I would like to thank you for your dedication and commitment to motivating our cadets. Will the members of the Sisterhood Outreach United with Love membership group that are present here today please come to the stage as I call your name? Master Sergeant Tina Boone. Miss Alex Herrera. Miss Claudia Captain Claudia Carrera. Master Sergeant Leona Clark. Miss Monia Miller.
Will all cadets who have enlisted or are working on enlisting in the military please stand? Congratulations on your choice to serve this great nation of ours. Please, above all else, take your commitment seriously. The burden of protecting our nation and securing our borders from all enemies, foreign and domestic, is nothing to take lightly. Your decision is essential to the stability, vitality, and safety of our families and our nation. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. Will you do better than that? Good morning. Hooah, hooah. Settle down. Okay. I'm here to recognize the cadre of the cycle. Before I bring them up, I want to tell you a little bit about the role of cadre. It's critical in establishing organizational discipline, structure, and order for at-risk youth here at the YCA. Sergeant First Class Allman and First Lieutenant Jackson both are caring professionals, NCOs and officers that for the last 6 months have and will continue to make the young men and women of the YCA their top priority. Both of these young Hooders are highly developed and knowledgeable, understanding of the application of competencies required to be successful in their job and this organization. These cadre have total mastery of the program and are knowledgeable outside the scope of the Youth Challenge program. They have helped develop program doctrine and possess a long-term perspective of program enhancements as well as academic excellence, and are spokespersons for recruiting as well as telling the story of the Youth Challenge Academy to the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the cadre of the Cycles, Sergeant First Class Allman and First Lieutenant Jackson.
term team player is a politically correct term that is often misused and overused in today's corporate climate. However, when speaking of Mr. Robinson, the term team player fits like a glove. Mr. Robinson allows his actions and not his words to exemplify the meaning of team player. Mr. Robinson has been chosen as the teacher of the cycle for the following reasons. Mr. Robinson willingly volunteers to assist within the department in any way he can. Mr. Robinson willingly assists all members of the education team through class coverage, through his day-to-day support and encouragement of his colleagues and his supervisor. Mr. Robinson contributes to the growth of the cadets through his encouraging words, willingness to share with them his wealth of life experience. It is my pleasure to present to Mr. Robinson the 1901 class Teacher of the Cycle Award.
Several cadets have matured spiritually during this class. They have made a decision that their spiritual lives are very important. These cadets gave their lives to Christ, the most important decision that one can make. Will all of the cadets who were baptized this class please stand? Be seated.
Can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from.
Nobody told me
That the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to
all staff, parents, cadets, family, and friends. My name is Valerie Espinoza, and I am the site director for Fort Gordon, representing Foothills Education Charter High School. It is absolutely my pleasure to stand here before you all today representing our school. Foothills Education Charter High School strives to be an accessible, high-quality high school option that is flexible and responsive to the needs of the people of Georgia and its communities. Our partnership with the National Guard Youth Challenge Academy has helped us to achieve this vision. I would like to acknowledge our superintendent in her absence, Dr. Gidney Sherman, and our regional director, Melissa Griffith, for their support. I also want to acknowledge all the teachers and staff of Foothills who have encouraged and supported our students during the 22 weeks. Please stand. Thank you all for your support and commitment to our core values and pushing our students to be successful until the very end. At this time, I would like for all cadets who are part of Foothills Education Charter High School to please stand. While you are standing, I want everyone to know that this group of students work day in and day out to achieve their academic goals. Of the students enrolled, 13 students have earned their high school diploma, 15 students are remaining with our school, and the remainder are returning back to high school. Of the credits earned, we earned 347 credits amongst the students who are here today. You are on your way to becoming successful and engaged young adults, and I am so proud of you. Please be seated.
The Tyler Gillis Memorial Scholarship will be awarded by Mr. Danny Gillis. Mr. Gillis, please come forward. Mr. Gillis, please come forward. I think Mr. Gillis maybe had stepped out. He was here. We're going to go forward with the presentations of the scholarships and then come back to the Tyler Gillis Memorial Award.
Good morning. I'm here on behalf of the National Youth Challenge Academy's Foundation. First of all, congratulations to all of the cadets on this wonderful achievement. I hope that you use it as a benchmark for other successes in your life. And congratulations to the staff of the Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Academy. And to all the parents in the audience, I hope you know how proud you should be of the cadets. So congratulations to all, and let's give them another round of applause for this achievement. The Youth Challenge Academy Foundation awards scholarships to those that have been selected by both the National Guard and the Academy. At this time, I'd like to have General McCullough and Attorney Wendell McNeil please come up and join me as we announce the scholarship recipients. First, Private Tashiel Jackson Bohannon. Sergeant Shedrick Rockington III. PFC Amadeo Augustine Calabrero. Are you Rockington? Congratulations. Sergeant Joseph A. Casaro Lanting. Congratulations. Corporal Christian Tyler Tobias. Yes, put that on. Congratulations. Corporal Stephen Rutledge McCaig. Congratulations. General McCullough will now continue with the scholarship recipients.
Sergeant Madison Davis. Sergeant Michael Gross. Sergeant Trevon Hall. Sergeant Mackenzie Hallman. Sergeant Elizabeth Hill.
I'm not quite that tall. I'm Wendell McNeil. I would like to call Corporal Marcus Bevins. Sergeant Delvin Bowers. Corporal Clifford Jones. PFC Antonio Travis. Sergeant Savion Miller. Corporal India White. Congratulations to all of you. You're well deserved. Thank you.
The Leadership Award. Leadership is a process of influencing others to accomplish a mission by providing purpose, direction, and motivation. Cadets are evaluated in a number of leadership positions while at the academy. These cadets use various styles of leadership to gain respect. The cadets use various styles to gain respect, confidence, and cooperation from their peers. The Leadership Awards are given to cadets who demonstrated strength of exceptional leader. The following cadets were selected by their cadre and platoon leader for the Leadership Awards. Please come to the stage as your name is called. For the first platoon, Cadet Madison Davis. For the second platoon, Cadet James Price. And for the third platoon, Cadet Shadrach Rocketon III.
The GED and high school diploma exams require cadets to demonstrate their ability to recognize, correct errors, revise sentences, and answer questions based on reading passages, interpret graphs, charts, maps, political cartoons, and diagrams. Cadets receive high honors by averaging 80% or higher. We call this distinction the Honors Club. Cadets, please come to the stage as I call your name. Gage Blevins, Michael Bowens, Jalen Brewington, Shedrick Brockington III, Kiara Brownlee, Joseph A. Casaro Lanton, Michael Gross, Trevion Hall, Zachariah Montgomery, Brian Morton, Nevaeh Neal, Devorian Pledger, Aaliyah Shears, Christian Tobias, India White, Jay Ibarra.
determined by mathematical computation that considers subject test scores, physical training, life skills, leadership, behavior, cadre assessments, community involvement, and extracurricular activities. Using this method, with certain categories weighted, almost all cadets had an opportunity to earn this honor. These cadets are truly remarkable. Honor graduates, as I call your name, please come to the stage. Devin A. Bowers, Amadeo Calvero, Madison Davis, Michael Gross, Mackenzie Hallman, Elizabeth Hill, Clifford Jones Jr., Savion Miller, Christian T.K. Tobias, India White.
Salutatorians. The class salutatorians are cadets who work very hard, push through distractions, and cross the academic finish line. These cadets followed instructions and made their academic success a priority. Would Cadet Joseph Persero Lanting and Cadet Gage Blevins please come to the stage? The class valedictorian is a cadet who worked diligently, stayed focused, and earned the class's highest academic average. This cadet followed instructions and made academic success a priority. Cadet Trevion D. Hall, please come to the stage. I would also like to mention that our class valedictorian is a Foothills Education Charter High School graduate. Let's give him another round of applause. The cadet who earned the distinction of Distinguished Graduate achieved all of the benchmarks for excellence: strong leadership, outstanding test scores, excellent life skills grades, and exceptional physical training results. This cadet represented the Academy extremely well as our student first sergeant, student council president, color guard commander, recon award recipient, and cadet of the month for December. This cadet is certain to have a brilliant future in the United States Army with a chosen field in aviation. The Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Academy Distinguished Graduate of Class 37 is Cadet Shedrick Brockington III.
would like to mention that Cadet Sergeant Shedrick Brockington III departs on March 5th for basic training.
It is my honor and privilege to introduce our Class 2019-01 guest speaker, Mr. Unique McKee. Mr. McKee is an author and motivational speaker. He also serves as the lead pastor of Chosen Augusta. Please refer to your program for his complete biography. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Unique McKee.
It's such an honor to be here. Give yourselves a hand. I won't be before you long. I just want to share a few principles that I believe will help you maximize your potential. I had a youth challenge growing up. And I don't have time to tell you the whole story. We actually brought some books for you if you want to know the whole story. You can get one after the program. But I just want to let you know that the challenges and the pain you have experienced has a purpose. I remember one day walking to the front of a Zaxby's restaurant about to go in and order my favorite wings and things combo. And I don't know if you've ever been in a position where you felt like somebody was staring at you, but you couldn't see them. I stopped in front of this Zaxby's restaurant and I looked to my right and I saw an all-black Ford Excursion pulling in through the drive-thru. The windows on this Ford Excursion were tinted so dark I couldn't see inside of the truck, but I knew whoever was in that truck was staring at me. And so I just stood and paused in front of this Zaxby's restaurant and prepared for the worst. At this point in my life, I had made a lot of bad decisions. And to be honest, I didn't know if this would be my last day on earth. Before I knew it, 4 men jumped out of that all-black Ford Excursion. And one of them put an all-black 45 in my face and yelled, "Unique, get down." It was the ATF. The ATF stands for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Little did I know that I had been followed by the ATF for days. And when you're on a first-name basis with a federal agency, let me tell you, you in some trouble. They literally put shackles on my ankles, handcuffs on my wrists, and threw me into the back of that all-black Ford Excursion. See, my life did not start out that way. My father was a high-ranking executive for Delta Airlines, making over $100,000 in the early 80s. My father made so much money that my mother had the privilege of staying at home. We were in private schools, my sister and I. My father graduated from the University of Illinois with a master's degree in international communications. He spoke 4 languages and graduated with a master's degree without making 1 B. Because he worked for Delta, we flew for free. Before I was a teenager, I had visited over 3 different countries. I mean, my life as a child could not have been any better. But things changed when my mother went to the hospital for a lengthy stay, and my father told my sister and I that we were going to have to stay with friends in Memphis, Tennessee until Mom got better because he was not able to take care of my sister and I on his own with his corporate obligations. And so we went to Memphis, Tennessee and stayed with family and friends for a few months. I remember staying in Memphis and getting a call from Dad saying that they were about to come and visit us, that Mom was out of the hospital and she was feeling better. And I remember being so excited because I thought that we were going to get to go back home. For the first couple days in Memphis, it was like old times. We went out to the movies, we played Monopoly, we hung out as a family, and I just couldn't wait to go back home. And I remember Dad coming into the den one day while my sister and I were watching our favorite television show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it was a commercial and he said, "Unique, Chantal, I need to speak with you." So we looked up and said, "Dad, what do you need to say?" And he said it was so serious that we needed to follow him into the bedroom. Now at this point, my heart started to beat kind of fast because I'm thinking, what is so important that you would interrupt my favorite television show? And I remember going into the bedroom and seeing Mom in the corner with tears already in her eyes. And at that point, I knew that it was serious. Dad sat me on the end of the bed and looked at me, and I will never forget the words that he said. He said, "Unique, your mother and I have an HIV virus and there's no cure." At the age of 11, I found out that both of my parents were HIV positive. By the age of 13, my father passed away. And by the age of 15, my mother passed away. Everybody say, "You challenge." See, at that point in my life, everything changed. I went from an all A and B student to barely making D's and C's. I went from happy to frustrated and angry about my life. And that's how I ended up in the back of that Ford Excursion with the ATF, because I did not allow the pain and the challenges that I was experiencing to bring me into my purpose. See, I'm here to make you better than I was. See, I'm not one of those speakers that's going to make it seem like I was perfect and I did everything right. No, I made a lot of mistakes, and it's because I did not understand the value of pain. See, pain is a privilege. Challenges make you who you were meant to be. See, I like to use this metaphor. Pain is a passport. See, when you want to go visit another country, you have to get a passport. And a passport does two things. A passport certifies your identification. And that's what pain does. Pain certifies your identification. See, pain lets you know who you are. Look around you, cadets. There's some people that started this program with you that aren't with you today. And they probably said it was going to be no problems, but here's the thing, talk is cheap. It's easy to say what you're going to do, but it's a whole nother thing to sacrifice and allow the pain that you're going through to push you to another level. See, pain certifies your identification. Pain lets you know who you are. Pain shapes you. Pain molds you. And pain, if you allow it, pushes you to a whole nother level in your life. But not only does pain certify your identification, pain gives you access to a new destination. See, when you get a passport, what it does is it opens up territory that you could not enter into if it was not for your passport. And that's what pain does. Pain opens up new territory that you do not have access to if it was not for what you went through. And that's what You Challenge is going to do for you, cadets. You situation, you would not have your identification. If it was not for your identification, you would not have access to new destinations. Listen, I don't want you to miss this. Your pain is shaping you. Your pain is helping you develop something that you would not have developed without it. See, I no longer believe in good or bad situations, because there have been some people that have won the lottery and they're broke. We would consider that a good situation, but they have nothing to show for it. But I know some other people that had nothing, that had pain, that had challenges, that have made something out of their lives. So it's not what you go through that determines who you are. It's the decisions you make. See, you get to determine whether pain is going to develop you or whether pain is going to destroy you. And I'm here to tell you today, you challenge, that I want you to make the decision to allow the pain you've experienced the last 22 weeks to develop you. I want you to allow the pain that you've experienced to make you better. There's 3 principles that I want you to take from your pain. See, I missed this, and that's how I messed up my life. But you're not going to make the same mistakes that I made. When you go through pain, there's 3 things you need to figure out. You need to figure out your what. Everybody say what. See, what is your purpose? After you leave Youth Challenge today, I want you to figure out what your purpose is. See, there's nobody like you. I don't know if you knew this or not, but you have a unique fingerprint on your life. You know, you can open up your cell phone with your fingerprint. See, when somebody else tries to open up your cell phone, it says no access because they are not who you are. But when you put your fingerprint on your cell phone, it gives you access. That means that there's something unique about you, and when you use your unique purpose, you get access to something that nobody else can touch. That's why I don't want you worrying about your friends. I don't want you looking at what's going on around you, comparing yourself to anybody else, because you were made the way that you were made for a reason, and you have a unique identity, and when you tap into your unique identity, you get access to something else no one can touch. You were born an original, and you don't want to die anyone else's copies. Copies are cheap. You can get a copy anywhere, but an original is expensive. Everybody say, I'm an original. But not only do you need to know your what, which is your purpose, you need to know why. That's your passion. See, knowing your what is not enough. If you don't know why you want to accomplish what you need to accomplish, you won't accomplish it, because it's actually your passion that gives you the strength to push through your pains. You got to know why you want what you want. I hear a lot of young people say, I want to be rich. Listen, that's not a purpose. Don't chase profits, chase purpose. You need to know what's pushing you, because if you don't have a passion, you won't push through the pain that you need to push through to accomplish the purpose. But not only do you need to know your what, not only do you need to know your why, but you also need to know your who. And that's the most important part of accomplishing your purpose and pushing through your pain. Your who are the people you surround yourself with. Your what is your purpose, your why is your passion, and your who are your people. Bad company corrupts good character. Who you hang with will determine how successful you are. Your friends will determine your future. Bad company corrupts good character. See, you need to understand that who you give access to your space has permission to impact your purpose. And you don't play with your purpose. You need to be selective about your surroundings. Everybody does not deserve to occupy your space. And you are not being stuck up when you're selective with your surroundings, because I have too much value to allow anybody in my space. And you do not get to occupy my space unless you've got something to offer. The number 0 is an interesting and intriguing number. Let me tell you about the number 0. See, the number 0 does not have the ability to add value to any other number. It's interesting. If you add 1 to 0, what do you get? If you add 2 to 0, what do you get? See, 0 does not have the ability to add value to any other number. But what's interesting is that even though it does not have the ability to add value to any other number, it does have the ability to turn any other number into the 0 that it is. Because if you multiply 0 by 1, what do you get? If you multiply 2 by 0, what do you get? See, it's some people that are like zeros. They don't have the ability to add any value to your life. But if you hang around them long enough, they can turn you into the 0 that they are. Listen, I hang with 2 kind of people. That's people who can help me and people I can help. See, if you don't fit in one of those 2 categories, why should I allow you in my space? The American Lung Association has an interesting fact, and it says that 40,000 people die every year from secondhand smoke. Let that sink in for a second. Over 40,000 people every single year die from secondhand smoke. What's secondhand smoke? Secondhand smoke is when somebody else smokes, but because you're in their space, you reap the result of their bad habit. And you may not die from secondhand smoke, but you can die from secondhand bad habits. You can die from secondhand laziness. You can die from secondhand promiscuity. See, you actually pick up the habits of who is in your space. Listen, if you are going to take advantage of this challenge and the pain that you all have experienced, and you've experienced some pain, early mornings, long runs, being separated from your family and friends for 22 weeks. Ladies, I think I heard that you all can't wear makeup. 22 weeks is a long time to go without weave. Everybody say big facts. You made some sacrifices. And I want you to make sure that the sacrifice you made leads to success. See, if you want to be successful, you gotta sacrifice your present desires for a future destination. There are going to be some things you want to do when you get out of here. And I want you to make the sacrifice for a future destination. I want you to ask yourself, when you get out into the world, is what you're about to do worth it? Because this isn't the only challenge. You're going to have to go back into the world with temptations, with things that you did not have access to when you were in Youth Challenge. And I want you to ask yourself this question every single time you make a decision. I want you to ask, is what I'm about to do a destiny decision? Is what I'm about to do going to lead me closer to my purpose or further away? And don't let anybody trick you into thinking that you always get a second chance. You don't always get a second chance. And you have too much purpose to not take advantage of this opportunity to go out and make a difference and accomplish your destiny. So when you leave, make sure you turn your pain into purpose. Let me remind you of what those beautiful voices sang before I got the opportunity to speak to you. You just can't give up now. You've come too far from where you started from. I want you to make that personal. I want you to say, I've come too far. Say it like you mean it. I've come too far. I've come too far from where I started from. Listen, I don't believe God brought you this far to leave you here. So I want you to go out into the world and I want you to make a difference. I want you to go out into the world and I want you to remember the pain that you've experienced. And I want you to turn this pain into purpose.
On behalf of everyone here today, and I thank you now.
First platoon, please rise and prepare to receive your diplomas.
Talia Ecker. Gabrielle Austin. Japan Bailey. Gianna Baker. Hannah Beasley. Kiera Brownlee. Addison Daniel. Madison Davis. Zykia DeFlanders. Brittany Dumas. Mackenzie Hallman. Naya Hardwick. Anaya Harris. Hannah Hawks. Elizabeth Hill. Morgan Holt. Kyshell Jackson Bohannon. Zynea Johnson. Tyshana McDonald. Zachoria Montgomery. Shardasia Ruwakya. Please rise. Nevaeh Neal. Alexis Pation. Elijah Shears. Zykeria Smith. Tatiana Vargas. Tiana Ward. India White. Shatoria Morgan. Saeed Abdul Rahim. Michael Anderson. Willie Anderson. Rodrigo Balcom. Mateo Bills. Carrie Blue. Robert Berry. Barry Bigsby. Gage Blevins. Michael Bowens. Clint Bright. Savion Brooks. Amadeo Caballero. Malik Cleveland. Makari Collins. Delon Davis. Sherrod Dahl. DeMarcus Gibbs. Kenta Green. Onyx Green. Michael Gross. Terrell Hall. Trevian Hall. Dedrick Johnson. Isaac Jones. Justin Jones. Clifford King. Montavious Lovejoy. Tony Lucas. Cameron Mitchell. Jamil Moore. Stephen Mulcahy. Third platoon, please rise. James Price. Calvin Riley. Alex Roberts. Nasir Rowland. Tobias Sheely. Gabrielle Springer. Christian Tobias. Kadante Tuggle. Eric Velasquez. Tyke Washington. David Whitaker. Brandon Williams. Saya Williams. Logan Worcester. Johnny Wright. Jalen Young. Nakari Alexander. Devin Bowers. Augustine Brandon. Jalen Alexander Brewington. Shedrick Brockington. Jacoby Brown. Kevion Bryant. Billy Butt. Joseph Casara Lanton. Cameron Chapman. Eugene Coleman. Kyrie Commodore. Cario Curry. Marshawn Danford. Blake Edwards. Sebastian Farrell. Cameron Gray. Taj Griffith. Zane Harrison. Gavin Hightower. Deshaun Hilliard. Martine Hosenzada. Jatai Jackson. Jalen Jameson. LaMarcus Johnson. Clifford Jones. Jaquez Jones. Xavier Jones. Theodis King. Trayvon Knight. Treat Nicola. Savion Miller. Terry Moden. Brian Morton. Janerio Payton. Devorian Pledger. Tristan Powell. Cameron Raybon. Daquan Roberts. Antron Rogers. Kadir Sanders. Samaya Sanders. Leon Scott. Dakota Seymour. Aaron Smith. Seth Smith. Kenneth Spivey. Kelvin Stubbs. Michael Thomas. Antonio Travis. Chandler Worcester. Jake Ybarra.
Will graduate Brockington III please come forward? The tradition at graduation is to move the tassel from right to left to signify mission accomplishment, which is graduation. I will move graduate Brockington's tassel. He will share a few words to the graduating class and then direct the class to do the same. I present to you graduate Brockington III.
Good morning. My name is Cadet Sergeant ChalleNGe Brockington III. I want to take a few minutes to say thank you to some very important people who, if not for their belief in me, I wouldn't be standing here today. To my parents, thank you for always believing in me. To the staff, teachers, cadre, and YCA administration, thank you. To my fellow cadets, for too long people said we would never be a success or complete anything, but today, sitting here shows when you're passionate about something and when you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything. In closing, take responsibility for your life. Don't complain and blame everyone and anything as a reason you are not where you want to be. Be strong, fight back, choose to never give up, and take full responsibility for all circumstances that arise, good or bad. This does not mean allowing anyone to walk over you. It means you push past circumstances and create your own reality, your own success. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak to you. God bless the YCA and never give up on your dreams. Class, let's give the YCA cadre and staff a thunderous round of applause. Cadets, please stand. Secure your tassels. Move them from right to left. I now declare you graduates of the Fort Gordon Youth Challenge Academy class of 2019.
Please be seated. We will now move forward with unveiling of the class flag. Graduate Hall, would you please come forward and assist Graduate Rockington III with unveiling the class flag? The class plaque will hang in the dining facility forever, honoring the cadets of class 2019. I'd like to go ahead and provide closing announcements at this time. Today's graduation will be posted on YouTube within the next 3 days. Thank you, Sergeant Moore. I would like to say thank you to all of the scholarship donors, the Georgia Defense Force for keeping all of us safe, and our state and local officials. I would also like to say a big thank you to all of the YCA staff and volunteers, as always, for their hard work and dedication. Parents, you should be commended. We started this class with 186 candidates, and we graduated 141. That achievement marks a graduation rate of 75.8%. We could not, I will say again, we could not have done it without the parents and the mentors. So I want to say once again, thank you. I want to say thank you again to our guest speaker, Unique McKee. Thank you. You are welcome to join Mr. McKee in the lobby if you would like to take part in book signing. Finally, please call your state and national legislator to thank them for supporting us. We would not have this program without them. Again, thank you.
Would everyone please stand? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you. Thank you for loving and blessing each of us. Your word says that those who hope and wait upon you will renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings like eagles. They'll run and not be weary. And they will walk and not faint. Lord, we are here because you strengthen us. Lord, you brought us through these past 22 weeks, and we thank you. You have shown us that we can do all things through you. Please bless our class, bless our families, and bless our futures, and help us to excel and honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We appreciate everyone showing your appreciation when we get ready to retire the colors. Our respect for our country and our colors. Please be quiet. Please be seated. At this time, we'll review a slideshow activities at the YCA.
Tightening up every line, never resting to question if I was out of my mind.
grind, it finally came time to do it or let it die. So we put the chips on the table and told them to let it ride. Saying, yeah, together we made it. See, we did it. We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall. Come on, forever we waited. And they told us we were never gonna get it. But we took it on the road. On the road. And the brothers to this band is
in case you misunderstand exactly what I'm building, things that I can leave for my children's. Now all I wake up I smile to see how far I've come. Fighting for sales on the strip to engage the hustle from nights in jail on a bench, using my muscle, son, to counting money like Dre and Jimmy and Russell once. But now I live when I dream. You see, we finally did it. Let's make a toast to the hustle, regardless how you get it.
Together we made it.
See, we did it.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall. Come on, forever we waited. And they told us we were never gonna get it. But we took it on the road. On the road.
And the brothers to this band is ride with me.
What's the point in trying if you ain't trying your best? They wanna see me 6 feet under, but I'm watching my steps. Now everybody watching me like Jay-Z watches the Nets. Don't see myself on a skateboard, but I stay on my grind. Aiming for the top, and I won't stop till I cross that finish line. I see it like the deaf, I listen like the blind. So if I can't hear them scheming, I still see the signs. I never count the days, I make the days count. They wanna take my crown, so I swim when they wanna see me drown. Smile when they wanna see me frown. Stand up when they wanna see me down. New and improved, that is true. You don't wanna see me now. They said I can't do it, but I did it. Let it love me all over the world. Can I say that my style is so prolific? If I said it, I live it. The Black Scott, this it. Fresh haircut and a brand new suit. Lift up the trophy and kiss it. Yeah.
Whenever you feel like letting go, you got your back against the wall. Hold on, just hold on, 'cause you're gonna take a few of those. And I know you feel those broken bones. Hold on, just hold on, 'cause you are the feasible.
Paparazzi, I'm going in tonight. And if anybody wanna stop me, you're gonna need some kryptonite. I don't wanna sound impolite, but I've been sitting there waiting my turn. So if you still don't know what a boy better know, better watch and learn. I let my left foot rest on the side, only my right foot's touching the pedal. Losing is not an option, so I know that I gotta come with something special. I'm a winner, JME on my neck, that's my gold medal. I was underground, now it's time to take this to another level. I never count the days, I make the days count. They wanna take my crown, so I swim when they wanna see me drown. Smile when they wanna see me frown. Stand up when they wanna see me down. New and improved, that it's you. You don't wanna see me now. I got nothing to prove. I sit back looking at the game from a bird's eye view, then I make my move. Never take my foot off the gas. I'ma go hard till I blow that fuse. 'Cause the moment you feel like giving up, that's the moment you lose.
Whenever you feel like letting go, you got your back against the wall. Hold on, just hold on, 'cause you're gonna take a few of those. And I know you feel those broken bones. Hold on, just hold on, 'cause you are the feasible. You are Say your prayers, save your image. You've come this far, but you're still far from home. Don't say goodbye, just say farewell. Write every line you'll live to tell. Hold your head high like Harry, give 'em hell. As the night ignites the day, make some memories along the way. Write your song, sing along, love your life. Learn to laugh, dare to dance, just the sky. Take pictures each step of the way. Make this the best of the rest of your days. Start your revolution, and I'll see you at the reunion. Some friends will go and some will stay. Okay, some last the chapter, some will fade. For some love comes disguised as lust, but you'll find love when you find trust one day. Better than our parents did, in perfect husband, wife and kids. Go try your course and turn it upside down. Go live your life, eyes open wide. Who's to say what's wrong or right? Write your song, sing along, love your life. Learn to laugh, dare to dance, touch the sky. Take pictures each step of the way. Make this the best of the rest of your days. Start your revolution, and I'll see you at the reunion. Ignites the day. We'll make some memories along the way. Write your song, sing along, love your life. Yeah, learn to laugh, dare to dance, touch the sky. Take pictures each step of the way. Make this the best of the rest of your days. I say, go start your own revolution, and I'll see you at the reunion. I'll see you at the reunion. Oh, I'll see you at the reunion. This isn't how the story ends, my friends. It's just a folk along. Let's roll. I'll shoot you, friend. Let me tell you all about it. See you, my friend. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it. See you again.
But something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture.
flew. Good things we've been through. Then I'll be standing right here talking to you.